Welcome back to Unfiltered TV. Make sure to subscribe and like the video for the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're talking about the whole situation with Akaash, and honestly, it's getting ugly. His wife has been putting him in the spotlight in a way that's not good. People are calling it disrespect. People are calling him a simp. And apparently, Akaash has even started deleting YouTube comments because of how bad the backlash is. Now the question is, does he really deserve all this? Let's take a closer look.
Look, I love you, but we have to talk about it.
I think people talking about the sore butthole story, because that was more kind of like an assault story, but I didn't want to label it as such because I didn't think it was super traumatizing, and I had already shared one. Right. And I feel like the internet has a quota for girls of like how many assaults.
This is actually sad when you think about it. Imagine your own wife going on the internet and openly talking about her previous sexual partners after she told you she was a virgin before marriage. That hits differently. That's not just disrespect, that's betrayal in front of the whole world. You can see why people feel bad for him. Most men would be crushed hearing something like that in private, let alone in front of millions of viewers. And the worst part? She says it casually, like it's nothing. Meanwhile, you can literally see the pain on his face. You can see the embarrassment. That's a level of disrespect no partner deserves. And the internet being the internet, of course they're calling him a simp. They're calling him weak. They're clowning him nonstop. But honestly, anyone in his position would be hurting. It doesn't matter how confident, how successful, or how funny you are. Your partner exposing you like that publicly will break any man's pride. It just makes the whole situation even sadder. This isn't drama anymore. This is someone's marriage falling apart. On camera.
Look good, Mr. Armstrong. Armstrong. You kill me, boy, so it's out.
On Saturday when I saw her, I said, Daria, do you know? And she said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
She's a good liar.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
No, I don't want those gifts.
I know. Why not?
I don't care about, I like tangible goods.
Now imagine this. Your love language is physical touch. That's how you show love, and that's how you feel loved. But your wife looks you in the eye and says physical touch is overstimulating for her. She doesn't like it. She pushes you away. But then, on the internet, she talks about how she had a roster of guys back in college. A whole lineup. She's laughing. She's casual. She's comfortable talking about those dudes. But when her own husband tries to give her a kiss, she ducks and dodges him like he's a stranger. That's painful. That hits a man in a place he won't talk about. Public rejection from the person you love is one thing, but public rejection while she's bragging about the men before you, that's another level. You can literally see the difference in her body language. I show the clips. Akaash leans in for a kiss, and she pulls away instantly. Meanwhile, she's telling these stories about the past like they're funny, like they're entertainment. It's the disrespect and the contradiction that makes people react so strongly. And honestly, it's sad. This isn't even about being a simp or not. It's about a man who clearly loves his wife, trying to connect with her, trying to show affection, and getting shut down publicly. Anyone would feel rejected. Anyone would feel small. And people wonder why he's deleting comments. Bro is hurting. This is one of those situations where the internet sees the jokes, but behind the jokes is a real marriage that looks like it's falling apart.
It's like when Akaash's birthday comes around. Yeah. I have to pretend that it's like so special, but
I don't
like
even ask for this.
The one day, yeah, you do. The one day of the year that I have to like be totally selfless.
Oh yeah, that
which is really hard for me.
Yeah, Jasleen, you're doing a horrible job right now. Jasleen, just when we think we've gotten you out of it.
And then there's this part, the part that honestly shocked me the most. Your own wife saying the worst day of the year is your birthday, not because something bad happened. Not because of trauma, but because she doesn't want to do anything for you. She literally says she hates your birthday because it's the one day she has to think about you instead of herself. That's insane. That's next level disrespect. She straight up admits she only likes getting things for herself, doing things for herself, and being the princess 24/7. Meanwhile, Akaash's birthday, the one day where he finally gets to be treated with love, she resents it. She hates it. She doesn't even want to try. No cooking him a meal. No planning anything. No thoughtful gift. Not even a moment of effort. And the wild part is, he still tries. He still shows love. He still goes out of his way to make her feel special. But when it's time for her to give even a little bit back, she acts like it's a burden. You can hear it in her voice. She's proud of saying she hates doing things for him. Proud of saying she only wants to receive. And watching that as a man, it's brutal. It makes you feel like you're watching someone love a person who doesn't respect them back. That's not a marriage. That's one-sided loyalty. And honestly, the fact that this is all happening publicly, on camera, for millions of people to judge, it makes it even sadder. This isn't just drama anymore. It's a dude trying to hold his dignity together, while the world watches his wife talk about him like he's an inconvenience.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Roster.
Yeah, what does a roster
What is that?
mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, yeah, you know. Okay. So I was,
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
So here's another part of the situation that just makes everything even messier. Akaash's wife was asked what she meant when she said she had a roster of guys in college, and suddenly she switches the story. First she says, oh, it was just 1 or 2 guys. I was just talking to them, nothing else. But come on, she was 21. That's not a child. That's a grown adult who had already been in college for 3 years. Acting like she was some confused teenager doesn't really make sense. And then, when Akaash himself asks her, what do you mean by hooking up with guys? She backtracks again. She goes, oh, I just meant kissing them. So now it went from having a roster, to having 1 or 2 guys, to just talking, to just kissing. That's for different stories in 5 minutes. It's obvious she's contradicting herself. You can feel the discomfort from Akaash because he knows the truth doesn't match what she's trying to clean up on camera. And honestly, watching that as a man, it's rough. You can see the confusion on his face. You can see he doesn't want to argue, but he also knows the story isn't adding up. And that's what makes people feel bad for him. Because when your partner can't even be honest, especially when they are the one who brought the story to the internet, it puts you in a humiliating position. It's like he's trying to defend his marriage while she's casually dropping bombs and then changing the details. When things get uncomfortable, at this point, it's hard not to feel sorry for the guy. At the end of the day, this whole situation just feels sad. You never want to see a man get embarrassed by the person he loves, especially on the internet in front of millions of people. Whether people like Akaash or not, nobody deserves that level of disrespect. Anyway, that's my breakdown of the situation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think she's contradicting herself? Or is the internet overreacting? Thanks for watching Unfiltered TV. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay real, stay unfiltered.